Hello? There we go. I was like, I started talking and my mic wasn't picking up, so I'm like, uh-oh, we have a problem here. Well, we don't. My mic was just being sleepy and slow. It's alright. I know how it feels. Alright, I need to open up actually a few more files here, so let me do that before, let's see. Cover, splash sketch, I need the pin backer cane. Okay, there we go, I gotta do that. And then I need to open, I believe I stuck that file in the licensing folder. Doesn't look like I did. Alright, well, let's find the file I'm looking for then. Products, whoops, products. I need to find, here we go. Probably need that one. I've got to redo a file that I can no longer find. It's going to be useful. Here we go. Pin backer. Alright, let's start with this then. Let's see. Logo with tagline. Actually, let's bring the open. Let's open here. Alright, here we go. Did I have... Alright. Alright, promo summer. Alright, and that's the outline, so I'm going to open that file up. Alright, now I can get my... Alright, now let's switch over. Alright, so what we're going to do today, I've got to decide. I did this last year in Procreate. It was actually kind of fun to do it in that, but I did run into a problem with like the cropping because I designed it on a file that wasn't quite the size it should be. So here are previous years that I've done. I did an update for January. Fall, which I still have a ton of. Bartender, hello, welcome to the stream. Hey Dee. Aw, thank you so much. This one was a lot of fun. I may just go ahead and plan, because I do have a summer 2025 all set up here, but I need to actually, I don't know what I want to do yet, so. Here's the back of the card. I'm happy with the back of it looking like a postcard. I've got the little stamper here. I've got the QR code. And I've got all of the addresses here that are current. We're going to remove the Behance.net because they ended their, well, at least independent streaming program. I know they still do some hosting on there, but it's just for like Adobe Live and stuff. So... I'm almost done with my caffeine for the day. There we go, we're done with that. On to non-caffeinated beverages. There we go. I really should put a straw in that, so drink my water like a lady. But I didn't think of that, so All right, here we go. Another thing I need to do is for my new pin designs, which this is one of them. Hopefully see. This is the donut disturb. Let's see. How close can I get? I don't know if it's gonna work. Let me try to do the full screen. I do have a... God, do I really want to risk this for the biscuit? Oh, that's screen recording only. Illustrator face cam. Ew, do I really want to try this screen? I can show you all the pins that way though. Alright, I'm just gonna switch to it really quick. Oh good lord. Alright, well, it works. Alright, so that's the first one. The donut disturb I thought was really cute. And then, let's see, next up is Evil Coffee Hour. And that's the back of all of them has, let's see if I can get the light to shine. It says, kind of see it, be cute. There we go, almost. 2025 on that. And there's that one. Alright, man, what's next? We've got the ice cream floof. And then this is one of my favorites. I love the Cheeps. Cheeps. And then I've got fitting with Strawberry Mo. I've got Strawberry Mo pin to match, and I'm thinking of doing a set of that. Like if you get a Momo with the strawberry plush, you can get like a pin set there. Then I have Just Float. So let me see, I've got it here. I had it here. These are all my proofing documents for the book. All this good stuff that I was working on this weekend. So actually this is pretty interesting. This is the proof that I print out on my own computer, and this line was to check the spine alignment with the offset. It's almost a half an inch, just under. It's like 0.46. And so that's how much room I have with the thickness of my paper and the number of pages I have for the spine. So what I did was I did a rectangle that was at that width. I aligned it to the center, and that's how I got my alignment for the spine. I did now this printout didn't have it did have it on there. I believe I moved my name down a little bit. And then I did a little bit of editing. Since it's garden theme, I changed it to a Garden of New Stories Grows in Volume 6. I thought that was cute. And then I tinkered with the language just a little bit. I think I removed maybe one word, but it seems like I do that every year. But I'm really happy with how the cover turned out. And I also did, let me see if I can find it. I also did, here's an interesting test page. So this was me testing the, because I can't control the DPI in Procreate as well as I can, with a vector piece of artwork. I'm pretty much stuck with what I start with when I do a Procreate drawing, so I always test to make sure it looks okay. And these are all right. And I tested up to an 8.5 by 11 and it prints okay, so I can do my double page spread without a problem. I wanted to show that other one though. Let's see, where is it? Was with all of my tester pages. Did I throw all those? Here it is, here it is. So I was testing this specific comic, and I printed it 2 size, and you can see right here it's to the size of the book. I wanted to test the legibility and readability of something because I usually limit it to 3 rows on the comics. But since this, and it's also dependent on whether I have dialogue or narration to consider here, because sometimes 3 can get really small at this size, and so it's not as readable. But most of this was just graphical, and this was actually when my printer ran out of blue ink. It didn't run out of blue ink; it was clogged. So I had to, that's why there's no blue printing on this. And these 2 panels were a majority of blue, so that's why nothing's there. So I was like, okay, I need to fix my printer. But it worked out fine. And that's why I always encourage, and I wasn't able to do it this time because I ran so close on time, but always get a sample printed of your book before you do a big run. I risked it for the biscuit on this one because, again, I ran out of time to get my sample, and I did pudge last year without a sample because I'm pretty confident in getting these printed now and being able to see any errors that I have. Let me switch back over to Illustrator here. So what I'm doing today is I'm updating this, which is my pin backer. Do you make your thumbnails yourself? Well, yes, you mean for YouTube? Did I actually put up any thumbnails on YouTube? I don't think I have thumbnails on YouTube yet, but yes, I do make them myself. I've done them for my Behance covers, I guess. But I've fallen behind on actually updating my YouTube covers. But if I do make them, I make them in Illustrator, and I would just bring in, I know a lot of people like to do like the face cam. All right, let's see. So we're going to be updating the pin backer. This is my promo card. I've got a plan for this. And there we go. This is my new bottom of that pin backer. And let's see, I wanted to make this. Alright, so this is my old pin backer, and I cut it down to be about the size that I need it to be, because I don't want to, I feel like my 2.5 by 2.5 was a little much, and this is like, let's test with the largest pin. This is more than enough. I mean, it also makes the pin seem pretty substantial too. I don't really want to waste. I feel like there was a lot of waste. And so let me see, what did I decide? It was 2 inches by 2.5? 2 inches by 2.5. Oh, let me go down here. And I really liked this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save as, I'm going to do Be Cute Backer 2025. Now let's 2.5. All right, let me explain my well, I need to do this artboard too. So what you see here, if you've never designed print files before, in Illustrator specifically, the black line here is, in print terms, that would be the trim line. And then this is the bleed. So the reason for this is when something is printed and cut, there can be little, it's done in a pile. So imagine like a pile of paper. And when this guillotine goes down to cut it, there can be a little bit of shifting. So that's the reason that we have a little bit of a bleed around the edge, so that if that paper shifts a little bit, your color will go all the way to the edge regardless. That's all right, Dee, I took care of it. It just took me a little bit because I was, let me change to live chat. That'll make it easier for me. There we go. Oh, I just, no, I will be putting text, I will be adjusting the text. What I did was I took a file that I had previously made and I just adjusted the borders on it. I haven't actually adjusted any of this yet, which I will need to do because it looks like I expanded everything, which is frustrating, but it's okay. Move this down a smidge. And I need to change my background. Let me see if I can find the actual file here. Let's see. Those are need to pins artwork, hang tag. When did I get those backers printed? It's been a while. The card, autumn pins. Booth card, jacket, it's a case, well, we are having a time here. Pin backer. Good Lord. Let's see, do I have a non-outline pin backer? Probably not. Let's see if we got lucky. I'm gonna have to rewrite it. That's okay. That's okay. No big deal. All right, but let's get our new artwork here. You out. Woo! That's big. All right. You down. Oops. And I'm going to bring this down just a smidge to the edge of the artwork. Fixed up. Move this up a little bit. And I think I'm going to have to, if I want my crop line to be like that, which I do, I'm going to have to move down a little bit. Right, now let's get this. Oh, whoops, I need to make you a little wider. There we go. My fluke is still at the edge. I kind of want to make this even. Bring him in and bring Momo in and bring this. That's better. All right, so I just need to make it just a little smidge wider. Smaller, much smaller. There we go. There we go, that's nice. Go a little bit beyond because I just want to be certain. There we go. All right. Well, right. Now where is my... That's what I thought. All right, so now to test, I'm going to do a 2-inch circle. Oh, that's a 2-inch circle. I'm sorry, 1.5. My largest pin, the max diameter is 1.5 inches. So let's go up here. Front, please. To the front, please. There we go. So I gotta test out how it looks. So Evil Landlord is gonna be like that. I mean, she looks fine on the others. I mean, and really, everybody's covered up on this one too. So, is this Illustrator? It sure is. Let me just do a test. And then, of course, it'll depend on the pin itself, how much is visible. Because my ice cream pin, there's going to be a lot that's visible. I want to test out the max. I mean, I think that looks good. And you can't really see a lot. And the pins are not that much waste because, let's be real, a lot of these backers are going to go in the trash. So I like how little that is taking up. And I have a little floof that's cheering, one you can still see. No, you can't see Coco and Momo. I started with Illustrator, now I don't even recognize the interface. Yeah, I started, well, this is also Illustrator 22. I have not updated, period, in a long time. Mainly because I don't want all the goofy AI junk that they've forced into the program. I just don't want to use it, and I don't want my program to be forced to use it, but I mean, I'm gonna have to update. I've already started getting the "your version of Illustrator is out of date" blah 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 little signs, and I'm like, okay, you're gonna force me to update one of these days, I know, but and I also am going to be, I've got to update everything. I think my InDesign version is 2020. I haven't updated that one in ages either. But yeah, so no, they've added a lot of stuff. I mean, for me personally, the best tool was added around, I think the blob brush was added in CS5 or 5.5, or and the original pattern maker tool I think was in CS6. But yeah, those are the tools. I mean, this is what I use the most. So but yeah, so I use blob brush, all of these regular hand drawing tools. have an extra squishy, super duper happy floopy day. All right, I need to see this sentence if I'm going to rebuild it. And I'm pretty sure I know what font I used there. Pretty sure. Let's draw our box. And let's do our text on a line. And let's bring this over to Omni. There we go. That wasn't so difficult. And I have to believe that I probably used medium. And it looks like I capped it, so let's cap it, and let's get this smaller. 8. Let's go down to 7. All right. Have an extra squishy super duper happy floofy day. Happy floofy day. Let's play around with this a little bit because I know I've got Omni in condensed somewhere down here. Element OP Omni narrow semi-condensed. Let's do semi-condensed. Let's see how that feels. Ooh, that could be good. That could be good. Now let's move my, let's get in here. We're gonna move my starting point. There's my ending point. And I'm gonna move my starting point here. Aren't you going to let me get to the exact corner? Right there. And now let's copy all. And before I do that, let's go here. And let's add a space. And now let's copy all. And let's end. Alright, now let's play. Oh, perfect. Almost perfect. Let's just get that H. How far can I go? Oh, that's perfect! Oh no, it's not perfect. Oh, boogers. Alright. Is this enough? I wish there was something where I could. I bet there is, I just don't know about it. Oh, I'm glad you like it, Dee. It's, can get a little frustrating, but it's worth it. Alright, so this R and this E are giving me a time here. Come on. Nope. Okay, that'll work. Yes, everything's on there. All right. All right. Go. Extra squishy, super duper, Happy floofy day. Have an extra squishy, super duper happy floofy day. Have an extra squishy, super duper day. Okay. That works. And we're going to move you up. We're going to make sure you're centered. Good. I think I gave it a little bit more space on this one. Yeah, I did give it more space. So all that work I just did, we're gonna have to do it again. Enter. That looks nice. That looks better. I must admit. I wonder if I do this. That worked. That worked. All right, so there's that. And I need to make you right color. There we go. So that's the largest. There's my pin backer. There we go. So now I have to think about what I'm gonna do for a keychain. Over here, what other things do we have? Now I have to think about how I want to back something like this, which is going to be my keychain designs. That's not going to fit on this card. I mean, it would technically fit, but it's going to be, yeah, it's not going to work. I'll have to do something different. And I want to give it nice packaging. It deserves nice packaging. But what? What type of packaging? And I could do a little clipper at the top to punch it to slide that. Let me just look up keychain packaging. Keychain packaging. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Well, that's a cute little tabby. I like that. And that you just fold up, but that doesn't protect the keychain. I'd rather do a little backer tab and then do something. See, these are little 3" by 4.7 keychain card holder for display keyring cards, packaging supplies. It looks like it comes with a little baggies too. It does. Keychain display, card self-sealing bags. So if I do that, and then maybe get some stickers, I could just bloop right there, like bloop. I have little circle stickers I could use. How much would it cost to 3 inches by 4.7? And I would have to get special 3 by 5 inch clear bags. 200 of them. They usually come in packs of 250. And getting that little, and that's a heavier card. That's a heavier card. It's going to be easier for me to design a sticker and then just get the stickers, smack it on the front and or on the back, or a stamp, but then I'm dealing with ink and that could get messy. I'm just going to design a sticker to go on the front of these. So floop, and then so it's going to need to be 2.5 by about 4 inches if I'm guesstimating correctly. I put the sticker on the front, put the keychain on the front, put the whole deal in a bag. Now I gotta figure out how I want to design this sticker. I think actually inside, so it'll be 2.5, 1/4 of an inch around. I'm gonna have to round the edges. That's probably a 1/4 or 3/8 inch rounding. I'm gonna guesstimate if this is almost 5 inches tall, 4.7 inches, so I could be safe doing at about 4 inches by 2.5. Let me just get a picture of what keychain. Let me just get you a screen grab of what I'm looking at. So, goodness gracious, it's gone. These guys don't even hook the thing in. The other option is a topper that folds over and you do a punch. I could do a topper in a baggie, and I already have baggies in which it could fit, so I'd have to design a 3-inch topper. Let me just grab one of those and see if that's the way I want to go, because if so, I can design the topper and get that custom printed on my trade printer. Let me grab something real quick. Oof! My ear! Okay, these are my old bags, which I will not be using. So if I do that and design a sticker, do I really need a backer card? Do I really need a backer card? So the keychain is going to be in here like this. Keychain is going to be like this. I could do a little backer card. Let's just see how this looks. And now I also have to consider, how am I going to... I mean, that's not bad. So if I do a 3-inch... What's a standard business card? Is it 3.25 by... I can get it trimmed down to whatever I want. 3.5 by 2. This does not look like 3. It is 3, exactly. I could get a 3 by 4 and fold it over, scored like that. So it's 2 inches at the top. That's a lot of card. 1 would be enough. Would it actually, 1.5 is probably just right. So a 3 by 3 card scored down the middle. Can I get something scored like that? Pretty much get whatever the heck I want if I want to pay for it, I'm sure. Let's see. What do I want to do? The easiest would be to just get those little things and throw a sticker on the front. And that would display the keychain really cute. And I already have circle stickers I use for my thank you cards. Why can't I just do that instead of designing a whole new thing for 200 keychains? Because I can just do the Be Cute sticker and just boop on the front, and then they'll be in the nice packaging. Or I could use my really cute foiled Product of Be Cute stickers, because I have a ton of those, and I could put aside 200 of those to stamp on the front of the keychain if I wanted to do that. Although the keychain, now I'm back to wanting to do a sticker. Let me get you a picture of what I'm considering here. It would be was on Amazon, and it was a nice tool. It was a nice package deal that came with you are. Free. Oh, and it has a little cute hole at the top. How nice. And that's a bottom loader. Okay, that could be frustrating, but it'll be what it'll be. Oh, I have an option of white, craft, or black. And it's 100 of these things? Yes, with 100 bags. All right, so this is what I'm looking at. Oh, thank you for the exact measurements. Just a smidge below 3 inches. Okay. All right, let me just get a picture of this so you know what I'm looking at. All right, so let's paste that in here. All right, back over here. I can see things now. So this is what I'm looking at to get, and what I'm thinking of is either a sticker here, so I'm thinking, let's get my point size back up where it needs to be. So, sticker here, like this. Whoops. Thinking of doing something like that. Let's stop drawing behind here. We're drawing in touch. Somebody. I don't like blocking people. So what I'm thinking is a sticker like this. The keychain would go about here, and then it would hook over here with the jump ring. Is that too much? I could just let the art speak for itself. I could just do something, again, my little 2-inch sticker, Be Cute Art and Accessories, something really just cute that I print off over here. And I believe they're 1.5 inch. You know what? Why don't I just do that? Because I already have that stuff. This is 20 bucks in packaging. This is 20 bucks in packaging, and I already have those stickers. So all I really need to do is design the circle that I would print on there, which would be Cute Pins and Accessories with maybe some floofs. Or maybe like this, or something that would match the new design. I need to see. Let me go grab those stickers. See how big they are. So these are my thank you stickers that I put on orders that go out. And I just print these on my printer. They're 2 inches. That will be perfect. That's perfect. So if I just print those, stick them all up, I already have that. That's good. That's good. Do that. So let's do another 2-inch artboard. And let's bring this guy over here as my guide. We're going to do 2 by 2. I'm going to center him, and I'm going to do a default just so I get my sizing. I'm going to go ahead and lock this so I don't have to deal with it. Just do it easier, and let's just put it. If I do this, ugh! Why is my brain not working today? All right, now we have, yeah, there we go, a little stickum that I can print. That matches everything I've already done. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to save Pinbacker 25. I need to find the file that I print my thank yous from, so I can just set that up and roll it. Is it in products or is it in shop? details, and let's sort by date. All right, here we go. Bookmarks, Smish. We're going all the way back to 2023. Okay, so that is not where it is. I anticipate it being in my product folder then. I wouldn't have put it, that would make sense if I put it in print files, but I don't think I did. Promo card, booth, tank, tote, top floof, coins, graphics, lanyard designs, keychains, pin sizing, still hang tag, pudge, touche tag. I'm getting further and further away. Alright, it's obviously not in this folder. Let's look under print. Or would I put it in stickers? That makes sense. Superstar sticker sheet. Snap. Why do I have a desktop shortcut in here? Sticker stamps, mushroom map. Ooh, stickers, mock-up shop images. Why is that? Oh, okay. Where's my thank you? You're not in the sticker folder. Alright, let's go back. Next, we're going to check print. Stickers. There you go. Jeez. Alright. Open Sesame. Alright. So, here's my template. What? Okay, that's my old thank you sticker. Here's my... Okay. That's what I needed. Alright, so now we're going to do a new sheet. And I'm going to do this, and I'm going to hide this, new, and I'm going to label this. New, thank you. And we're going to label this accessories. And then I'm going to grab this, and I'm going to do myself a favor, and I'm going to blow that up. To about 2 where it should be. Let's bring that down a smidge. There we go. And now I'm going to group this with this. And now I'm going to select all 7. There we go. All right. Now we're going to We're going to copy this. And now I'm going to go over here to hide pin, backer, thank you stickers, and we're gonna go here, B-A. Alright, so let's do this the right way. Let's come over here, and I'm gonna center you as much as I possibly can, because I know there's gonna be some shifty business on these. Do this. And I'm going to Control D and Control D. Go. That looks about okay. This looks about okay. Alright, so now I'm going to lock this. I'm going to unlock this and hide that. And now I can do a test print. Do I want to do a test print over there, or do I want to do a test print there? It's going to be easier to feed things through the top. It's going to be easy. things to the top. So I'll do that on that printer. All right. All right, thank you. Keychain backers are done. Excellent. All right, I don't need this anymore. I don't need this. Okay, that's the next step. Let's see. So this is good. This is my backer for the pins. That's all set up. All right, what's next? I don't need this anymore. Pin backer. I don't need that anymore. I need to figure out my t-shirt designs. Okay, that's the next item on the list. I need to save. T-shirt designs. Okay, pin backers are done. I need to mark that off. All right, pin backers are done. Keychain. Done. Okay, pin display boards, van magnet, I need to do that. Postcard SDCC. I finalized the designs on that last night. I need to finalize the designs for t-shirts. All right, here we go. So let's open a recent file. Let's go back to let's open this and I'll show you the keychains. So this is going to be, I'm really excited about this one. Floof around and find out. It's going to look so good. And then I've got the Floofy Love hard enamel keychain. They're all going to be about this size, 2 inches. They're going to have a nice raised back stamp on the metal. And they're really substantial at this size. And okay, you're just trolling and I don't appreciate it. So I'm gonna go ahead and block you completely. I've given you 2 timeouts and this really isn't cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you You're posting a bunch of comments on my Instagram too. I blocked you there, so what you're doing is not appropriate. And I don't like blocking people, but if people don't understand how to behave in chat and online, that's what you have to do. And I'm sorry, but that's what it's going to be. All right, so let's go to all right, so one of the final designs, I've got a couple of them that I am thinking about. I've got Floof Around and Find Out, which I really enjoy. And I kind of especially like this design as it is, but I think on a t-shirt that big bullseye might be heavy. So Let's do new. And I need to find, gosh, how am I going to find that? It's got to be in the older product files. I want to bring back Clever Floof, because I never brought that out as a print on demand. And I never made a shoot, it's not in this. Okay, let's go back. I don't think it's in 22, but I'll try and go all the way down. It's 21. All right, we're looking for Clever Floof. Yeah, there you are. Speak of the devil and Michelle. All right, let's open this. I need to finalize this. Okay, so I did quite adore this one. Is there anything on these files? Why do I have 2 blank canvases here? All right, so here's Clever Floof, Jurassic Park. I love this design, but I need to edit it a little bit, I think, because I need to contain the amount of colors that this is going to be. I could do green, so I've got outline color, which is brown. I'll need white for the floofs. I could, gosh, that's 4 colors. That's a lot. How can I do this in a better way? Do I need all of this stuff here? I kind of need green. Ah, darn it. I really like that design. And let's bring in, that's all right, I need to keep chain, peek around and find out. So that's design 1, 2. I'm just kind of putting my my ideas in here. I'm going to save this on desktop. SCC 5 shirts. And now I need to go in here. I don't need this anymore because that's all done. Yeah, that's all done. Nope, I don't want to save. Okay, now let's go to, I had a file. Let's see if I can find it. Workbench? Workbench. There we are. This is where I had all of those designs put together. So this one is another design that I was super excited about, the popcorn and the movie ticket. This is another design I had laid out with Starry Night, Summer Sun, Soft Pillows, Hugs, lots and lots of snacks. That would be on the back of the t-shirt. This would be on the front. It's a 1-color design, 2-spot print. That is a contender. And then I had all right, let's take this. Let's move that over here. This is another contender. How'd you like it, Dee? I definitely think Floof Around and Find Out would be a very strong design. And I really kind of like the circular design. Shoot. So if I drop this into brown, white, and red, and of course the background color will be the background of the shirt, really the only full fill areas are going to be here and here. It's not going to be too awfully bad. Alright, so we're going to go to here. Alright, so let's go to, do you have any sales for me? Oh, brilliant! 3600 is on sale, that's great. Let's go to brands, let's go to Bella Canvas. I love their tees as well. What are you doing? Where are your products? There you go. On sale. We've got the 3001 on sale, which is excellent too. That's another fantastic t-shirt. It's super soft. And it's sustainable. So I've got a lot of colors I can pick from. I like ocean. When you're in stock. Yes! You're in stock! So where is this coming from? SNS inventory, delivery. They don't tell me where the delivery is coming from, but that's okay. If I'm delivering and drop shipping to my printer, it's free, which is really awesome. Here's a side note too. If you want to print your own t-shirts, and you're looking for a printer, you can save money. So what a lot of them will do is they'll say, oh, we'll do everything for you. We'll get blanks in, we'll do all of this. So what a lot of them do is they slide in, and it can be anywhere from 5 to 10% convenience fee for using their wholesale blank apparel sourcing. And when you're doing t-shirt designs, that can add up to a lot. And I mean, I think I've heard it can go up to somewhere as like 15% or more too. So what that involves is getting your own wholesale apparel accounts at places like SNS Activewear, and Alpha Broder used to be one of them, but they merged with SNS Activewear. There are several others. There's Sanmar. Each of the distributors has different offerings. Sanmar, I would say, is more corporate, whereas SNS Activewear, Alpha Broder, is more that I would say they have more fashion stuff, because they have a lot of the labels that universities use, for example, to make their fashion merchandise. Like for example, I found a lot of these labels by scouring through the shops at Purdue. I would go through and I'd look at what all of these, the really cute kind of fashion forward shirts that they had there, and sweatshirts and stuff. I'd, snoop around, I'd take pictures of the labels, and I'd find the companies, and I'd see which distributor had those access to those blanks. A lot of them are sport and university centric labels, but a lot of these distributors have them. So get your own wholesale accounts, order your own blanks, and you can usually save a lot. And the difference is, okay, so if I go to my screen printer and they order a lot of shirts, they have higher discounts. but oftentimes that discount is only going to benefit them because they're charging you far more in that convenience fee than you would be, saving by going through them to order the blanks. So order the blanks, drop ship to your printer, and you can save, and you can also have a lot more control over stuff. And another key, not a secret word, but when you're looking for a printer, you can ask them what their trade printing prices are. And that would be, that essentially indicates that you're a retail printer, which comes with a higher level of, what's the right word to describe it? Discernment on print quality, a tighter registration for retail. So for a lot of these smaller printers, they make their bread and butter off of churches and schools and large corporate accounts that are just giving away freebies. Those items are generally 1 to 2 colors. They don't have anybody watching the printing like a hawk for quality. And they're basically trying to bang out quantity over quality. And so when you're looking at a retail printed t-shirt, you've got a tighter, oftentimes the registration is very tight because you've got a lot of colors, or you're doing simulated process prints, and some of those smaller corporate, I'll call them, printers don't really deal in that very well. They can't do a lot of those special effects. And you can also get a different rate because they'll give you rates for normies, and it can be several dollars per piece higher than trade printing rates. And trade printing rates also indicates that, hey, I'm going to be printing in bulk and deeply in bulk. And so that's something you can also ask for and look for. And make sure that you have a printer that can make those types of jobs and do it well. And if you're also, another tip for picking out a screen printer would be to look at their gallery and see who they're printing for. Are they printing for a lot of retail establishments, or are they printing for a lot of schools and churches and stuff that's 1 color, 2 color, very easy? Or do they actually have some higher level print processes that they're showcasing? Simulated process is essentially doing what a printer does on a t-shirt. You're separating out 4 colors, and then you're kind of replicating the photograph on with screen printing. Now these days, that I think would be, I wonder really in the screen printing world if that is on the decline, given how much direct-to-garment printing has advanced. And because I look at, I go into Uniqlo and I'm looking at their t-shirt selection, and you can tell some of them are, direct-to-garment. You can tell some of them are regular screen print. But, 15 years ago, the direct-to-garment, the white, if you printed white direct-to-garment, it wouldn't last very many washes. And that was kind of like a point of holding back on that. But I honestly have, like, my Clever Floof shirt. I got this one, well, the original file was in 22, so I've had this shirt for 3 years, and I wear it quite often to work out in, so it gets washed a lot, and it has white printing on it. That thing is still holding up, and that is just a really big, that impressed me quite a bit. And so I have a lot of faith in direct-to-garment, at least the current technology in it now, so I wouldn't be as, I've only gotten more and more comfortable with, putting direct-to-garment type things out, like especially if I want to test a design, and I don't want to do a full print run. So, but anyway, those are all things to consider when you're, looking for a screen printer. Again, direct-to-garment is, if you get a printer like Printful or Printify, or there are several others out there, but the benefit of that is you don't have to go and buy 78 pieces of a shirt, you don't have to do your breaks for small, medium, large. You don't have to stockpile all of that stock. You can just one-on-one as they're ordered. But then again, you also have the con on that side is that the price per piece is up. It's up here. It's like, sometimes 8 to 9 per piece, and or more actually. I think Printful on their lowest t-shirt is like 13 to 14 a piece print on demand. And if you go deep on your quantities on screen printing, you can get that cost down quite a bit. But anyway, I digress. So I got to figure out which one of these. I know this design would be a strong performer. And if I do it on this shirt, Clever Floof. What would be a good? That's a pretty. I love that color. Ocean blue. I love that color. Another favorite. Ooh, leafy green. I love that color too. Do they have a sage? I know I did, and that's military green. I like the leaf. Oh, it's such a pretty color. I could do Clever Floof on the leaf color. Let's just grab the ocean blue here. Grab this. Alright, so I'm looking at ocean blue for Clever Floof. Kind of like a superhero, like having the Captain America shield or something like that. Come in here though, take that out, and then I change all of my sparklies to white. Oh, and look who grouped her stuff. So grateful that I was on top of it. White, and let's make you red. Loop around, white out. I think that's so cute. Arg, so cute. All right, so that's design one. And I love the leaf color. Love this color. But I love this color. I know the most popular colors to so if I do this green color, I would not need to print green. So I have green, white, and if I don't need to print green, I can add a third color, which could be red. Or yellow. I feel like that feels like a Jurassic Park shirt to me. let's see. I love that design. But on the other hand, I could do something that is, let's see, oh, cool blue. That would be beautiful. Let's get this one. Whoops. Nope. Cool blue, you are in stock everywhere. Bless you. I like this one. So let's duplicate this and pretend this is the back of the shirt. Do this in an all white print. So back of the shirt, kind of overprint, like, and then this would be white on the front. I really like the oversized print, but that's beautiful. I love that cool blue. And I can add like stars and sparkles around starry nights, summer sun, soft pillows and hugs. Got too many ideas this year. Are these available outside of the US? Yes. Well, some items I can ship internationally. You'll just have to go and printing on demand. Yes, also. It just depends where. I use Printful for my print on demand stuff. And usually on the shop, I have indicated that this item will ship and is print on demand, made to order. It'll ship in a couple of days. Those are the ones that actually will ship to you faster because there are, I think Printful has a fulfillment facility in Latvia, and that's where all of the European items ship from. Of course, there's an East Coast and a West Coast fulfillment facility for the US, and then I'm not sure beyond that. I see, I like the green too. I love this one. And that's a nice trick too. If I don't have to, if I can rely on the green of the shirt, I don't need to add an extra color. Although that could be pretty. God, this is going to be like a 5-color design. But it's so cute. And see, I've worn this one because I did a print-on-demand sample of it. And I get asked about it every single time I wear it at the booth. Do you have that one you're wearing? I'm like, no, it's not. It might be available online. I think the floof around and find out is hilarious though. But I kind of want to maybe edit this. The circle design, all of these are circle designs. It seems a little heavy, but it's not really because I'm using the background here. That's not a full like chest piece of plastisol that's going to be on there. This is like a full chest piece of plastisol here, but if I drop out the yellow or if I drop out the red, and use that's nice. I like that. Now I kind of want to use green now anyway because the green on green looks really nice. So if I use yellow, brown, oh God, the mouth, pink, that's a 5-color shirt. Oh, there's got to be an easier way to do this. I love the yellow. And I have to use the yellow. I have to use the green because that's directly off of the Clever Girl. Although I believe that the Clever Girl shirt that I have is red, black, and white. I don't believe there's an extra green in there. I'll have to get it out and look at it. I could possibly make this work with 3 colors, maybe? But yeah, so that's what I'm working with. I've got to figure out which design I want to lean, I think the memes would be stronger. I mean, I love this design a lot, but I think the memes would be stronger. Think about it. But I think I'll leave the stream there. I'm gonna go ahead. I got a lot of good work done. We went for about an hour and 40 minutes. I got to recap. I went ahead and finished my pin backers for my enamel pins, like this. Print files for that. I also came up with a print file for keychains, like this. And let's see, I made my thank you stickers because what I'm going to do is... Where's my picture? Did I delete my picture? I deleted my picture. Why did I delete my picture? Well, it was here, but now it's not. I'm getting just these craft backers that have a little cutout that you hook the jump ring in. So it hangs like this on a craft card. And since I already have these circle stickers, I'm just going to print a new sheet of these, which I designed here. I'm going to print these out, stick them on the craft backers, and then there's my packaging for less than 20 bucks. So that'll be awesome. So all I need to do is now figure out my promo card for this year and finalize my t-shirt designs. So, but yeah, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm going to go ahead and jump over to my ending screen. I will be back on Thursday with comics, and I'm not sure which one I'm going to do. I've got to do some writing, so we'll sit down and hopefully be able to do some of that maybe Wednesday-ish. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me, Dee, Harbinger, Clint, any of my lurkers. Always very grateful to have your company and chat. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. A white t-shirt with Starry Night text at the back would be cool. You mean white with maybe like a starry kind of that blue, kind of reversing it? Yeah, that could be cool. White is a very, like the most popular and easy to sell colors are black, white, and gray. But they're so boring. Anyway. Alright guys, thank you again so much for joining me. I hope you have a great rest of your Tuesday, and I'll see you next time.